Archangel Michael says, the moment you refuse to stop believing, something powerful began forming in the heavenly realm. It wasn't loud at first, it started like a quiet whisper moving in your direction, slow but unstoppable. What you didn't know is that your stubborn faith created a vibration that disturbed the spiritual atmosphere. The enemies expected you to give up already. They whispered lies in the darkness, hoping you'd fall just like others did before you. But you didn't bend, you didn't break, you stood and stared into the storm. Your belief angered darkness but delighted heaven. You chose to believe even when pain was screaming louder than hope. That alone called down a breakthrough that will not be delayed anymore. This blessing will come, but not gently. It will crash like thunder and blaze like fire, leaving no trace of your former tears behind. The blessing is not ordinary, it is meant to silence every mocking voice that doubted you. You are the living proof that faith still rewrites destinies. Type Amen to get blessing 333. People saw you quiet and thought you were weak. They didn't know that in your silence, you were having conversations with angels. They couldn't hear the divine strategy being whispered into your soul each night you cried alone. Every tear you shed was a seed. Every rejection was fertilizer. Every betrayal carved room for something pure to enter. The doors that were shut in your face are about to open without needing keys. The person who dismissed your value will soon beg for your presence. The very ones who judged you will witness your divine table being prepared. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, the enemy had a plan, but your faith confused him. You became unpredictable to darkness because you didn't fall for the trap set for you. That's when God stepped in and rewrote your chapter without telling anyone. You held on to the invisible when everything visible collapsed. That faith, that sacred stubbornness, was noticed by forces you didn't see. A secret file in heaven was unlocked because of your consistency. You didn't get bitter, you got quieter. And in your quiet, something ancient awakened in you. Now a long-delayed promise is approaching, and it's bigger than your prayer. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They didn't know you were chosen. Even you forgot sometimes because the battle dragged too long. But now the shift has started and it cannot be reversed. The things that haunted your peace are getting removed without announcement. That heaviness on your chest will suddenly lift and disappear. What once weighed you down will be the reason you rise higher than expected. The blessing you are about to receive will humble you. You will cry, not from pain this time, but from relief. It will all make sense at once, and the timing will feel like magic. Type Amen to get blessing 777. People try to measure your worth based on your current struggle. They mistook delay as denial. But heaven was simply preparing a blessing with no cracks in it. You see, if you had received it earlier, your circle would have contaminated it. That's why things had to get uncomfortable, so the wrong ones would leave on their own. Now, the room is cleared for the right blessing to enter. The new path is not just a detour, it's the original road that was hidden until now. A certain event coming soon will confirm that your belief was never foolish. It will feel like you've been rescued, but really, you've been repositioned. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, the clouds are shifting, and the spiritual climate is reacting to your unwavering hope. There's a divine rumbling in the distance and it's heading toward your name. This isn't a simple miracle, this is a destiny interruption. Everything that didn't work was a lesson in disguise. The people who ignored you taught you silence. The people who lied about you revealed their truth, not yours. You passed more tests than you realized. And every one of them made you stronger without you even noticing. Now the results are being released from heaven's chamber. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Something rare is coming, a blessing others begged for but couldn't keep. But it was preserved for you because you stayed true even in suffering. You never asked for revenge, you prayed for peace instead, and that's why you're getting both healing and honor. Your name is now in a conversation that will shift everything. An authority figure you don't even know is being guided to mention you. This encounter will open something official. You are being positioned to be discovered, not just admired. You are being remembered by those who once forgot your kindness. The time of being invisible is over. Type Amen to get blessing 111. They almost succeeded in breaking you. The delays, the silence, the way people walked away without a word, it all tried to dim your light. But something in you refused to be buried. Now that same spirit is shining brighter than ever before. What was mocked in private will be celebrated in public. You will soon hear a phrase that will change your life forever. This shift will arrive disguised. It will not come with trumpet sounds, it will come in an email, a call, or a moment you almost skipped. Stay alert, because everything you've asked for is finally tracing your steps. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Everything that blocked you before is being removed one by one. No more delays. No more confusion. Your season of loss has finally expired. What used to scare you will now be behind you. What made you anxious will no longer control your nights. A deep calm will rest upon your life, starting within 24 hours. The old cycle is broken. What's ahead will feel unfamiliar, but it's divine. Your past will never touch your future again. Type Amen to get blessing 000. They didn't believe you'd survive this long. They didn't believe in your growth. But soon they will ask how you did it. You will respond with silence because they won't understand your source. The energy pushing you isn't from this world. What's guiding you has no language, it's spiritual, raw, and real. This is why your blessing had to come late, so it would come right. And when it lands, no one will be able to take credit for it except the divine. Even your enemies will be forced to acknowledge it. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. A divine appointment is near. One that has been postponed for years, now suddenly unlocked. A door that was once shut by someone powerful is opening by itself. Your name is echoing in places your feet haven't touched. Your picture is in the hands of someone who will connect you to favor. A spiritual vote was taken in your absence, and your destiny was chosen. All the waiting you endured will suddenly make sense. What looked like silence was actually sacred preparation. And now you're stepping into what was always yours. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. This is the moment your soul has waited for without knowing it. Everything familiar will start to shift. And at first, it might feel overwhelming, but it's divine realignment. Archangel Michael says, "They tried to bury you under shame, under doubt, under lies, but you are still here. Your breath, your strength, your story is the evidence that light always wins. Your blessing will be loud, disruptive, and unforgettable. Because you refuse to stop believing, you will now receive what others said was impossible. You will now walk into a space that will honor your battle. And the glory coming will be undeniable." Type Amen to get blessing 3333. A spiritual exchange is taking place in your favor. Heaven has taken inventory of your pain, your patience, and your prayers. That balance is now being transferred into blessings, one after another. The angels assigned to you have been repositioned. They are no longer standing guard, they are now delivering what's yours. Expect interruptions that feel like miracles. A voice that once remained silent about you will speak up boldly in the coming days. Someone who watched you from afar is stepping in to support you. And when it happens, you'll know it was divinely orchestrated. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. You didn't fight for attention, you fought for peace. You didn't chase applause, you sought clarity. That's why heaven is favoring you above those who only appeared stronger. People have spoken over your life with words that poisoned your progress. But now those words are being broken and reversed. Your soul is entering divine detox. Every curse, every delay, every false agreement made without your knowledge is being shattered. A cleansing wind is coming to remove all spiritual dust collected through the years. You will walk lighter, speak clearer, and move with divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. The person who left you broken will hear your name in a setting they never expected. Their regret will be loud, but your peace will be louder. You won't have to prove anything, because your elevation will be visible. You prayed from a place of raw truth. You spoke words in secret that only the divine heard. And now the reply is coming not as a whisper, but as a divine shout. This blessing is not small, it has your future wrapped in gold. It's arriving not just for you, but for those connected to your healing. Generational pain will begin to dissolve the moment you receive it. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You will notice strange but beautiful signs. Objects moving, light flickering, repeated numbers, all are confirmations. Heaven is signaling that the path is clear. Archangel Michael says, there's no more resistance from the divine side. The blessing was once held back, not because you weren't ready, but because the enemy thought he could still break you. But now the final lock has been opened. Expect a message that begins with, "I wasn't supposed to tell you this." That message will carry truth, release, and an opportunity you didn't expect. Say yes when it comes, it's the key. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. You've been prepared for a moment you haven't seen yet. Everything that made you feel delayed was spiritual conditioning. God wasn't ignoring you, He was sharpening you. You are now ready to carry a blessing that has weight. And that weight will crush your past while elevating your future. What is about to arrive has no competition. The reason others doubted you is because they couldn't sense your purpose. But now the veil has lifted. And the light in you will shine so clearly, even your enemies will respect it. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. The next chapter of your life will not include struggle as its theme. It will be victory, elevation, healing, and sacred connection. You are not just being blessed, you are being upgraded spiritually. The places that once rejected you will ask for your return. But by then, you'll be far above their reach. You're entering the realm of only God could do this. People will start treating you differently without knowing why. Because your aura is changing. Your energy is now aligned with supernatural elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. There's an unseen battle that's finally ending tonight. You may feel exhausted, drained, or overly emotional, and that's the signal. Something heavy is being removed from your spiritual space. Someone tried to manipulate your future behind closed doors. But heaven exposed them before it became your downfall. And now, instead of destruction, you're walking into destiny. The place you once lost yourself is now the place you will rise from. You were never meant to stay broken. This is your resurrection moment. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. The old wounds are healing in silence. You're not speaking much these days, and that's divine. Your quiet is doing more than your words ever could. People are sensing your change, but they don't know what's coming. You've become too aligned to be overlooked. The spiritual shift around you is undeniable now. The delays are no longer active. Everything is going green. You will start receiving fast approvals, divine recommendations, and sudden surprises. Type Amen to get blessing 9191. Your feet will soon stand in a new environment. This new place has no residue of past hurt. It's been preserved just for your arrival. You will meet someone who will say, "I was praying for someone like you." That connection is not random. It's part of the divine fulfillment tied to your belief. Don't be shocked if the very thing you once cried for arrives with a note that says, "It's yours." Heaven did not forget your tears. They just waited for the right season. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. The people who doubted your vision will come back with admiration. Not to help, but to witness. What's about to happen cannot be hidden. This elevation isn't just financial, it's spiritual, emotional, and even physical. You will glow differently. Your body will carry light because your soul is now aligned. Archangel Michael says, you will be protected during this rise. The people who once plotted will be blinded from accessing your energy. Heaven will surround you like a wall of fire. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. Something is changing even as you read this. You feel it, you've felt it for days. And that confirmation you've been waiting for is now being released. You will dream something vivid within 72 hours. That dream will carry a message. Pay close attention to colors, symbols, and names. It's your coded blessing. Once you receive that dream, take one action step. That move will unlock the momentum. And it won't stop until everything you asked for has manifested. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. This blessing coming is not just about you, it's about your legacy. Your future family will thank you for holding on. You're breaking chains quietly, but the impact will echo loudly. People who thought you were too soft will now realize you were spiritually armored. You didn't fold, you fought without showing your sword. That's power. Now God is assigning your reward. Not because you're perfect, but because you were persistent. And that makes you unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 7474. The angels are not silent anymore. They are moving with divine urgency, removing barriers that had been invisible to your eyes but heavy on your soul. You will feel a release, as though the air around you has been cleared of spiritual smoke. You refuse to stop believing even when belief felt like a burden. You clung to faith when everything else slipped from your hands. And now the reward for that grip is being poured out like rainfall in the dry places of your life. Your name is glowing in places that used to cast shadows over it. Your voice is being remembered by someone who once dismissed you. This is divine reversal, everything turns in your favor now. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. You may start waking up at strange hours. This is not random. That is the time your spiritual guides are whispering the next step. A sudden phone call, a surprise invitation, or an accidental meeting will be the beginning of your divine shift. You will feel the energy before the opportunity shows up. Trust it. What's coming isn't just about gain, it's about restoration. Restoration of your name, your peace, your rhythm. This time, what enters your life will stay. Type Amen to get blessing 9990. Archangel Michael says, the blessing prepared for you cannot be copied. It was created from the light that comes only through pressure. That's why it's unlike anything anyone around you has received. It will not look like success, it will look like peace. It won't come through noise, it will come through quiet, powerful alignment. It won't be forced, it will arrive naturally, but undeniably. You didn't chase this. You aligned for it. That's why it's coming with force now. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. Many will ask how it all changed so quickly. They won't realize it took years of silent pain to unlock this moment. But you will know, it was your faith that finally made the difference. You said yes to the unknown. You said yes even when your hands were trembling. And that yes was echoed in the heavens as a sacred agreement. Your timeline is being rewritten. Everything that was meant to harm you is turning into favor, stage by stage. What was withheld is being released. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. You will no longer have to explain yourself to people who can't see your vision. Their season in your life has expired. Let them fade in peace. New energy is coming, people who will understand you without effort. Conversations that feel like healing. Plans that align without resistance. There is someone dreaming of your presence right now. They don't know why, but soon they will meet you and everything will make sense. The divine has arranged it. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The life you dreamed of in your loneliest moments is closer than you realize. Those visions were not fantasies, they were prophecies. And now, they are unfolding. The people who broke you helped you more than they know. They cleared the way for what's meant for you. And now that it's here, you won't need to fight for it. This is your time of divine compensation. Heaven is not giving you back what was lost, it's giving you something higher. Something untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 50-50. Everything will begin to flow effortlessly. Meetings will align, money will move, ideas will strike, and people will assist. You will wonder why things suddenly feel light, and it's because the block has been removed. You are now on the other side of spiritual resistance. No more begging, chasing, or doubting. Just receiving, trusting, and rising. This journey wasn't easy, but it was sacred. And now you're stepping into a sacred reward. One that reflects your strength, not your pain. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. Prepare for a moment of pure stillness. You'll be sitting alone and suddenly feel warm, safe, and held. That will be your sign, the transition has happened. What once scared you will now bore you. What once controlled you will now feel irrelevant. You've shifted dimensions and elevated beyond the reach of your past. Archangel Michael says, the thunder has already been released, it's coming with divine speed. The storm you feared is the blessing you prayed for, wrapped in power. Don't run from it, run toward it. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. You are chosen to carry something rare. Not fame. Not clout. But a divine vibration that shakes people into their purpose just by your presence. You will notice people becoming emotional around you, even if you say little. Your energy will speak before you do. That is your new spiritual signature. This is the reward for refusing to stop believing. For every time you chose light in the face of darkness, this power was formed. And now it lives in you fully. Type Amen to get blessing 6161. You are no longer waiting, you are arriving. And when you walk in, everything will recognize you. Doors. People. The very atmosphere will shift when you speak. You'll feel divine déjà vu because your spirit already visited the place your body is about to enter. Don't fear the unfamiliar. You were made for this. Someone will say your name in a meeting that changes everything. When it happens, say yes immediately. No hesitation, this is divine appointment. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. This next part of your life will feel like coming home to a version of you that never stopped believing. You'll look back and smile, not because the pain didn't matter, but because it made you ready. The miracle won't just happen to you, it will happen through you. Others will rise just by watching you. That is your new responsibility. You were trusted with storms so you could guide others to sunlight. Now the clouds are lifting for good. And what you see next will be breathtaking. Type Amen to get blessing 9494.